Doing great. How's it going?
I'm great.
Yes, sir. It's great to be here.
That's correct. How's it going, man?
I play for ESGEU, and we're a competitive Smite team, and we have been doing really well recently. So yeah, I'm glad to say that really enjoy the game Smite, and really need to keep up the work for the game. Yeah, we won the first place in the WOGL tournament last Sunday, I think it was.
Hi, I'm Spoo, team captain of ESG, same team that Young Bay is on.
I like beer and Smite. I'm good. Thank you. Oh, God. Crap. Reason Gaming. I play for Reason Gaming. They're good guys. I'm just a member. I just get told what to do, and I get yelled at.
How's it going, everybody? I'm Zatman from BLGNA, and I play melee AD carries on the left lane. Thanks, I appreciate it. I was in a funk because, you try to do too much by yourself, and I just had to cool it off and make more team plays and things like that. So it's really helped me out.
Yeah, no problem. First off, I want to thank all you guys for coming. It's something we try to do when we bring on other games is talk to the top players and see what your thoughts are on the game, how we should do rules. So I appreciate you guys taking the time out to be with us. Some of the biggest things we're working on right now is obviously getting some prizes. I mean, you guys want to play for something, right? So we're putting all that together. We've got a couple of talks going on with High Res and some other sponsors about our league coming up. And I think the biggest thing right now for us is just really trying to make sure that we get the rules right, we get the formats right, so that way you guys enjoy the experience. I mean, ultimately, that's what it's all about. That's what we're here to do. And we think this is kind of the platform to start with by talking to the top players, seeing what we need to do, what things we should implement, and then taking it from there.
Awesome. Very, very cool. I'm really excited to see, sorry to all the viewers out there, the audio issue is fixed. Apologies. I'm really excited to see an esports organization like WOGL step up, take the reins, and say, hey, look, we know this game is going to grow. We know this game has potential. It's going to be huge in esports. So we're going to grab it now while it's still in its infancy and run with it while it's maturing. Kudos to you, Steven, and the rest of your WOGL staff. I think that's very high of you. Jessica, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you see yourself doing in terms of marketing with Smite and the future of Smite in terms of marketing, what you'll be doing. What's going to keep you busy?
Excuse my child in the background first off. Right now what we're currently working on is some big prizes to bring everybody. We're putting in a lot of work to hook up with great companies. I'm not going to give any specifics right now. My job is to get our name out there and then to bring everybody else in. We're working on some advertising campaigns, so you can expect to see those rolling out soon. Lots of social media Everybody needs to follow us on Facebook. Hint, hint.
Spoken like a true marketeer. Very, very nice. Mr. Tyron, you're the Smite community manager, it sounds like iffy over at WOGL. Right now, what is your main focus in terms of helping Smite and the WOGL grow within the game itself?
Well, my main focus as the Smite community manager is to simply bring the teams in, keep them informed, and keep them happy with what we're doing. During the last tournament, I did do a lot of reconnaissances. I did bring a lot of teams in. I'm very happy that we did. I couldn't have done it without WOGL staff. I got to give it up for LOL Coop, aka Steven Cooper. He is the main man right now. We love him to death. Welcome to the team, Jessica, and oh well, we couldn't have done anything without him. My job is to keep the teams here, keep them informed, and keep bringing them back for more tournaments, leagues, and seasons.
Nice, very nice. I love Coop too, and his hair just makes me so jealous, bro. That perfect hairline, dude. I would swap places with you any day of the week. Mr. Cooper, Smite director of WOGL. What's your main focus right now as this game again is in its infancy and starting to grow at a rapid rate?
My main focus is definitely pushing into more of a competitive game. I mean, we got to think back 3-4 months ago when this game was, Laziz. I maybe that's when you started streaming 3-4 months ago, maybe a little bit longer. But I mean, it was very, very early on in the stages of Smite. There was a couple people watching. High-Res Bart would stream every now and then, and it's from now the second esports tournament launched, it blew up. People want this game. And that's what we're trying to promote. If people want the game, we want to provide a competitive scene into it, and I think we're doing that, and we're going to continue to push the envelope every season that we do, and we hope to keep you guys along with us.
Hell yeah, man! You tell them. All right, very cool. Now that we're getting down to the players, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask a question. It's going to apply to everybody. And we'll just go from left to right, going from Young Bay, Spoo, Lasis, and then Zappas last. So first question, Young Bay, now that we know WOGL is committed to bringing us a Season 1 of Smite, kind of like an NASL type thing, what is one bit of advice you would offer to WOGL to get all the top-tiered teams and players over to Season 1 and maybe bring some of the competitive teams from other games over to them as well?
It's definitely about marketing the game properly, like how League of Legends did it, and definitely you need to look at how the other top mobile games like League of Legends or Dota 2 and how their rules or how they do specific type of stuff in the tournaments, like say their banning phases and stuff like that, and how they seed and stuff. Like if you just kind of look at how they do it, then maybe the competitive players will probably enjoy it more and not have a lot of confusion, which was what happened in the last tournament with all the banning stuff.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. I completely disagree with you, but I completely find I see where you're coming from. My quick rebuttal, and I'm sorry, is the big thing I like with what Hi-Rez is doing with Smite is they're not hyping it. They're not saying, oh look, we're the next Guild Wars 2. Oh look, we're the next MOBA that you have to play, or nobody's going to look at, or nobody's going to even talk to you in competitive esports. I like that Hi-Rez is saying we're building a game. We want you guys to like it. We're taking feedback right now. Let's go. I agree that marketing is a big part of it, but I think if they just started throwing millions of dollars out everywhere to make people play the game, that it might get stale really fast. But I do respect the fact that marketing is to be a big part of this game growing past retail. So I understand where you're going there. Spoo, same question, bro. What bit of advice would you give to WGL in terms of helping them promote and grow the game?
I really like that WGL had the tournament. Like there was a combined NA and EU scene. Because currently there's not enough teams in the scene to split the NA and the EU. So I just think they could have the league. If there's any way to have make the time zones work and everything, then I think that having a combined NA and EU scene would be perfect. Especially when Hi-Res brings out the ability to choose between servers.
Awesome. Well said, man. I completely agree with you. Lasis, what about you, man?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. If you could give WOGL one piece of advice to help them promote the game and make Season 1 a success, what would that piece of advice be?
Oh, God. Oh, God. Um, oh God, ask Zappos first. I got to hear his response first.
Oh, Zappos, go.
I mean, the one thing I didn't like about the tournament was single elimination. So hopefully future they'll have double elimination and things like that. And I know they use it for seeding. So it was kind of rough. Juice Gaming got knocked out early, and I don't think they belong in that place that they seed and things like that. But other than that, everything else about the tournament was really great and really well run. So, I mean, just keep doing what you're doing.
Awesome. Well said, man. And back to Cease. What do you got, dude?
Okay. Yes. I guess more of a double elimination type thing, maybe a possible larger tournament, winners bracket, losers bracket type deal. Getting knocked out of a higher end bracket down to a lower end bracket, chance to, how they had the third place round at the end of the tournament there. People fighting for third place. That if that was like a double elimination type thing, basically fighting to stay inside the tournament. Other than that, once servers get fixed, as I think Spoo mentioned here, U.S. and Europe servers, that'd be also another good thing. But they can't control that, obviously. I mean, that's on high res. Other than that, just keep doing what they're doing. It's good start to anything, and taking initiative and keep kicking butt.
Nice, man. Agreements all around. Mr. Tucker, do you have any sort of response to what the players are asking for you?
I mean, obviously, I think the biggest things that we've been successful with is not doing things like everybody else does them. I mean, we try to look at a lot of different things. We look at what works, and we try to take what other leagues do and that type of thing, and find out what doesn't work and kind of apply it to how we come up with our way of doing things. As we kind of got back to the beginning where you were talking about getting started and what things are we gonna change. Well, obviously single elimination, we wanted to kind of get a feel up front how Smite was going to be as a competition. I think we found out pretty quickly that it's going to be a good competition. It's going to grow. And, when we start putting things into league play, our plan right now is that we'll have two groups that will be probably EU, and that will all be dependent on how many EU teams sign up, but they'll be in their own groups together. But at the end, everybody will play each other. So while the majority of Europe will be able to play on their own time zone, but once we get into playoffs, then we'll be a little more creative on timing. We'll play midday on weekends and stuff like that to be able to help compensate. But I don't think the game's quite big enough yet to split the leagues, as he talked about. I think we've got to make sure that we make this available for everybody. So that's one point. I think the other point and kind of the biggest things is we kind of depend on you guys as players to tell us what you think. I mean, don't hold back. We're doing something bad. We certainly want to know about it. So we certainly encourage you guys to say, listen, I think this is a dumb idea, because that's how we grow, that's how we learn, and that's how competition changes. I think we're very fortunate to be in this position because, we kind of get to define the rules out front of what competition is going to look like later. I mean, at the end of the day, with us starting this, you guys kind of get to help us mold what the rules will look like a year from now. So I think it's a great opportunity for everybody here, and we're looking forward to it.
I like your point of view there. Being a pioneer certainly does have its risks, but the rewards are there as well. Again, you're going to basically represent the rest of the esports community in terms of what the rule sets are going to be like moving forward with Smite, and being able to set that bar like now, like right this second, I think is a huge benefit for WOGL, Smite, and the teams as a whole. Jessica, T, or Cooper, do you guys have anything to add to that?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely going to take everything that all these players have said and players that we collect information from over the next 2 to 3 weeks while we get the season set up. But, the main goal is to push it as competitive as we can. That's all we want to do. And we're catering to the players. So if they want a rule changed, even though we don't agree with it necessarily, we will try and implement that rule. We want to be the league, as you said, we want to set the standard now, and we want to be the league that if players go play for someone else during an off season or whatever it may be, we want them to say, why isn't this rule like WOGL's? That obviously works, so why are you changing it? So, and we obviously got some of those mistakes in this first tournament, but we definitely plan on fixing anything that we got wrong and implementing it for Season 1.
Oh, that's awesome, man. And before my dog starts going crazy, Jessica or T, did either of you guys have anything to add to that?
Yeah,
I think
as
they
OL
both covered
said,
it.
yeah, as OL said, we're trying to set the bar. WOGL is the first total tournament of this asset or performance for the Smite game, and I sent it. I mean, it's still in beta right now, and obviously once it comes out, we're definitely gonna have a lot of teams coming and joining us. And as of right now, WOGL is the top line. Everybody knows that, hey, these are the dudes that are running the Smite tournaments and the events, the leagues, and the season that is, soon to come out. As Cooper said, we are pushing forward. We are moving forward to make this a very competitive game. We want to make sure that people are now not just leaving us feedback, but hey, you can tell us that we're doing a bad job. You can tell us we'll suck. We will make sure that we cry off a camera. We'll make sure we don't do it here. And when we're going to apply these rules, we're going to apply the changes, and we're going to make it better. And you guys are going to keep leaving us feedback, and we're just going to keep changing it and getting better and better and better. WOGL is run by the community. Yes, we have the staff, but we rely on the community for anything that you guys give us and anything that you guys want us to do. If you guys want us to run a tournament, tell us in the forums. If you guys want us to do an event, tell us in the forums. And we are most likely going to read that. We're going to talk about it. Such as during the tournament, we were in the Ventrilo server, and we were all talking, discussing what was going on. We were all talking also about the future of events. And right now, I mean, we're aiming for the upcoming season that's coming out, and we're all very excited for it. And it's going to be a push forward, and this season is really going to set bar high for WOGL and for anybody else that wants to try and run a opposing Smite tournament. People are going to see this, and they're going to think, hey, WOGL is top line right now. Do we want to work with them, or do we want to work with someone that doesn't know what they're doing? So we rely on you guys' feedback. We rely on everything you do. Lasses, I love your dog, man. That just makes me happy.
T, did you take a
I'm
breath?
so sorry.
Did you take a breath during that entire spiel, or no? It sounded like you were just ready to go. Oxygen tank
ready
you,
to
man.
go.
Listen, I got to say this. When he said we were talking on vent, it was really him that was talking on vent the whole tournament, not really. So.
That is true. I won't lie. That probably is true. It
Sound
was
like the
really
Micro Machine Man. You guys remember those commercials? He's just like brrr, Micro Machines, brrr, cars. That's T for you, dude.
Hey,
well,
my job is to entertain.
The truth, well said. I completely agree with you. Jumping out ahead again, pioneering as the league to play on with First Smite. It's a great thing, and it's good that you guys are willing to learn from any mistakes you guys make, take the feedback of the players, and move from there. And let me say, Spoo,
Absolutely.
I am so excited to see your sexy face moving around again. That robot thing just wasn't doing it for me, dude.
Wow.
Next question for the players here. Now, if you guys have ever heard me go off on a tirade about where Smite can be, where Smite can go, and if anyone is guilty about maybe hyping Smite too much, see, even the dog agrees with me, even hyping Smite too much, I'd be the one that's guilty about that. But from you guys, as players and not a mediocre player such as myself, where do you see this game going? Young Bay, you're up.
I think the game would definitely be as big as say Heroes and New Earth. Heroes and New Earth isn't that, it's not as big as League of Legends, but I mean still the price pool for Heroes and Legends, some of the tournaments DreamHack Hunt is it's pretty big, and I do have the confidence to say that Smite will definitely reach up there as well. I'm not sure if it will reach over League of Legends, but definitely it will reach on the same level as Hunt, if not further.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I think at its peak, Han is during prime time anywhere between 50 and 70K viewers, and you're right, they are at DreamHack, and there are some very, very, very good mobile players over at Han. So I feel like if Smite can get to that level and keep going past that, then yeah, it would be considered a success in my mind. Spoo, what do you think about the growth of Smite, dude?
I think Smite has a lot of potential. The game is so unique in so many ways, and just having that first person view
third person
is
perspective.
just really, really good.
Right.
Yeah. And yeah, I think it has a lot of potential. Like it's up to both the community and Hi-Rez to make it go. Uh, like yeah, it's up to them, all of us.
Spoo, you
Really,
are a
how far
man
this game
after
can
my
go.
own heart. I completely agree with you. If this game is going to be a success, it's up to you guys, the players, to make people want to watch it, to make games exciting. It's up to WOGL, the creators of these Smite tournaments and these seasons. It's up to people like me and a few others casting these games, keeping everything exciting. If we don't all come together and make that happen, you're right. We're not going to have a game in a year. Lasis, what do you think about the growth potential, man?
Oh, growth potential. You know, we talk about this daily on Mumble, man. The game itself is just so unique. You know, just as Spoo said, it's a great game, very unique. And, you know, the thing about this game is compared to other MOBAs, it's just not right-click. It's not right-click, boom, destroy you, you're dead. It's, holy crap, I can actually miss my skill shot, and that could totally ruin me and just ruin the game. It's this, the whole game has so much more potential than those other MOBAs, and it requires, in my opinion, I don't want to get scolded for this, but I'm going to say it anyway, it requires more skill and more quick reaction speed than it does other, you know, point-to-click games. As far as potential, you know, like you said, man, and like everybody said, it's up to us to help the game grow, and you know, every one of us I know tries our best daily to keep continuing, you know, moving forward, because I know just as these guys do that they will become something in this game, and you know, being able to do a video game for a living, what gets better than that? Come on.
No, that's pretty baller.
So,
Like being an esports baller, being a baller on a budget, that'd be kind of cool. And I agree with you, dude. Like the skill curve for Smite is interesting. I feel like it might be an easier game to learn than League of Legends, but maybe at a higher level, it might be a more punishing game, a game that's going to punish you more for your mistakes than a League of Legends or Heroes of Newerth would. And that's just me. And I think that's really what's going to help separate Smite from the other MOBAs out there. Mr. Zappinator, what do you got going on, bro? What do you think about the growth potential of Smite?
These guys pretty much said it, but to add on, I mean, what I like most about the game is that the feel of control you have over your character, where other MOBAs fail. In other MOBAs, you just right-click and it moves, but here you're moving, you have to look behind you, you just have complete control of your character, everything's a skill shot. You know, if you fail, it's on you, and it's just, the feeling you get, the rush you get in intense matches and close games is it's pretty rewarding at the end. So, I mean, the potential is huge.
I like that word, dude. Rewarding. Like the game's like a hard fought game. Could be more. A victory would be more rewarding than maybe another MOBA, and that's a really good way to put it. It's not something I've thought of in the past. Well said, dude. Mr. Tucker, do you have anything to? Do you have a rebuttal response to the past question and the answers?
No, I think biggest thing I would add is I think Ty wants to shut all the leagues down, but I personally think we need them. I think we need more leagues. I think leagues are what really makes the game grow. I think it makes us better. I mean, if you've only got one or two leagues out there, then there's really no competition to improve. There's no real way to make you better. And I think this game needs that. I think the more competition that's out there, the more opportunity the players are going to have to bring the game in at that level that they want to play at. I've taken some of the top players in the world to Korea to compete against the other countries, and those guys are on a totally different level. And so I think if this game is going to get to that level, there's got to be a high level of competition, and that comes with other leagues and other competitions, and I think that's the direction it needs to go.
I want to go to Korea, man. When are we going? Sounds like a hell of a trip.
I don't know. A high-res sponsored Smite trip to Korea.
They better call me first, damn it. That's what I'm saying. No, but well said. I think you're right. Like, I love WOGL. I think you guys did a great job with the tournament. But I agree that having multiple leagues, multiple events, something to look forward to on a regular basis is a great idea. Take every other MOBA that's right now in the esports limelight. League of Legends, S2 with Han, Dota 2 right now. There's not just one league. There's just not one esports conglomerate running all these events. There's multiple ones, and being able to watch a competitive stream more than once a month or more than a couple times a week is really going to help push Smite into the esports limelight. Mr. Coop, do you have, or Mr. Coop, or any of you guys up there in the WOGL staff, do any of you guys have any questions for the players while we're sitting here chillaxing?
Yeah, I did have a couple questions, more tournament based, just my own personal wondering. Why was Monkey not banned?
Yeah, I was wondering
you.
the exact same
Thank
thing.
you.
Look at that grin on Spoo's face. Even my wife's laughing at you, bro. She knows. Yeah, the Wukongness, especially in the finals, I feel like Wukong was so strong.
Jesus Christ.
It was. Do you have any feedback about why Wukong wasn't banned? Something you want to talk about or not talk about?
You know, it's a team thing. I mean, I know I was at fault because I'm that, pardon my language, I'm that jackass who sits there and just kind of sits there and derps while they're doing picks and bans, and over 90% of the time they pick my hero for me, and so you know we never mentioned about our picks and bans are just garbage. I mean, every single time we always got dragged into it, we always got baited into something silly, and just not banning Monkey is so crucial. I mean, you got Zapman who's retardedly good, you got Spoo who's retardedly good, two guys who just make the character insane, and you're not banning the character. It's just, you got to shut someone down. You got to shut the high-quality players down. If you don't do it, they're going to poo-poo all over you.
Right.
And, you know, as a result, we did see that. So, you know, that's that. I mean, just bad picks and bans for us.
So basically, you got outpicked.
Yes.
Cool.
I got outpicked, outplayed, you know, whatever.
Yep, gotcha.
Either
Cool,
way.
cool.
Fun.
Mr. Tucker, any questions for these highly competitive Smite players down here?
No, I think the biggest question I would have is if you can implement a rule that we didn't have or we didn't do, is there anything you can think of you'd like to see in competition added? You know, I mean, I know there's some challenges with how long it takes to get your picks and bans out of the way. I mean, that's hopefully going to be fixed eventually. But what are some, you know, what's something that you'd like to see on the competition side added, either to a rule set or, you know, what would you like? I mean, basically, what would you like to change if you could?
I have one thing, and I'm probably going to get a lot of backlash from this, but I would like to see that if two teams are playing, if anybody is playing in a tournament match or a week match or anything like that, no streaming. No streaming from the teams. It's going to eliminate controversy. It's going to eliminate drama, and it's going to put everybody on the exact same page. Have maybe just you guys, WOGL, can stream the match if people want to see it. If the matches are scheduled, you're able to sit there and say, okay, we'll get this for you. This is at this time. We have 3 matches that day. This is when we're going to start coverage, so on and so forth. Again, I think eliminating drama, cutting that off at its head, and keeping everybody on a very level base is going to make more people happy. But that's just me. That's my opinion. Don't kill me.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, my note on that is, you know, if the players are willing to do that, then I don't see why we can't do that. If that's the option that goes about, I mean, we obviously can't. We can implement the rules, and you know, rules have to have consequences. So we have to think about if broken. So we have to think about the consequences that need to be taken if that rule is broken. But unfortunately, we can't control anyone's computer. So we'll try and figure something out, and we'll talk with the players, and if that's what's wanted, then we'll do that.
You guys, Young Bay, Spoo, Lassie, Zappas, you have any comment on that opinion?
On the streaming thing?
Yeah.
You know what? Oh God, I hate to join the bandwagon. I think that almost would be a good idea because it would eliminate some poo-poo. I like the word poo-poo, by the way. And also it would give shoutcasters a chance to, you know, impress others with their shoutcasting and, you know, experience and, you know, making.
Oh, we lost Drew, I think.
Oh, Drew.
That's all right. How about you other guys down there? Young Bay, do you have any comment on that, maybe?
In a community that revolves around like shoutcasting and stuff, just making the game bigger. I don't know. It'd be good.
Is this me or him?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's on and off.
so
Domo arigato, Dr. Roboto. All right, Drew, you sit there and look. You sit there and look cute, dude. We're gonna move on. You're lagging out a little bit, bro. Young Bay, any comments, dude?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with it because I mean, like, it should be the shoutcaster's chance to like be streaming like major tournaments. I think it shouldn't really be the players that should be streaming it. That's just my opinion.
Cool, man. Spoo?
Yeah, I agree. I think just not letting a player stream will definitely limit down all the amount of trash talk that eventually comes out during the heat of the moment. And yeah, if some shoutcasters can gain on it, or the tournament themselves, then why not?
Yeah, I agree. I might know one or two shoutcasters. Zappas?
I mean, if you want to stop the regular streamers from streaming just to get the spectators more views and things like that, I think yeah, that's a welcome add-on to the rules. But if your reasons to like stop like the trash talking and all that stuff, I think that's half the fun of the game. I mean, I don't think we take it too seriously here in the competitive level, and also we can put a 5-minute delay on our stream. So I mean, if you do it for that reason, I don't think you need to. But if you do it the fact to promote more the shoutcasters and things like that, then yeah, I think that would be a welcome addition.
Cool, man. Well
But
said.
I think that's
Yeah, that's a side of the opinion I didn't even think of. Well said, dude. I'm out of questions. I'm out of comments. Mr. Tucker or any of the other WOGL staff, anything that you want to throw in here before Fixie gets his chicken?
Yeah, I have a question for the gamers, and this is probably the biggest question that's going to be asked tonight, and there's only one answer, and that answer is yes. Can I have you guys' autographs?
Oh boy, send those
No.
mouse pads out.
I'll send you a notepad.
I do want to ask one more question before we wrap it up here. Obviously, you guys scrim each other a lot off the tournament area, but if you guys could pick one team that's your rival, who would that be?
I'd have
Loaded question.
to say
wouldn't
BLG
start
and A
arguing
rival is definitely Reason Gaming right now. We scrim each other all the time, almost every night.
Young Bay?
I think for us it has to be either Juice Gaming or BLGNA.
Spoo, would you agree with that?
Sort of. I mean, if you think at the scene as a whole, then yes, I agree with that. But if you only think EU, then none of the teams. Like it's a BLG EU is our rivals in that sort of thing, because we never scrim Juice or any of the other teams apart from weekends because we can't.
It's tough for you guys.
It's too late for us.
Yeah, it's really tough for you guys. Like that's unfortunate. Like I know that. Oh, happy birthday, Spoo. Skype just told me. Yeah.
Spoo,
Happy birthday.
I'll
have a beer on you.
I'll sing to you before we get off. Drew, your rivalry comment, dude. He is having a beer, like really.
My rivalry comment. First off, cheers to Spoo. Happy birthday, man. Congrats.
Yep. There goes the audio.
Classic.
Some ad lib there. He's still talking.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Am I back yet?
You are
Am I
back.
yet?
Yes, you are.
All right. Well, I was rudely interrupted by my awesome Skype thingy-majigger. Happy birthday, Spoo, once again. This beer is for you, sir. Hold on. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Cheers, all right? Cheers. Other than that, what was the question?
Who's your rival?
My rival. Oh, of course.
Team. Rival team.
Well, as I've said, yes, as I've said since last Sunday, it's ESG EU guys. You are our new rival because you kicked our butt, and I told you guys we're going to be coming for you now. Respect, yes, but I'm still coming for your ass.
Uh-oh.
Good.
Ooh.
Nice.
Called out.
Yeah, well, I think...
No,
I
not
think
called out.
that's very healthy. I think that's very healthy for Smite, for the competitive scene. Like I said, I feel like ESG-EU was the dark horse coming in, and I feel like they surprised a lot of people, myself included. And I'm not coming across as bad-mannered, but I feel like that. I feel like you guys just surprised a lot of folks, and that's a good thing. Knowing that these other teams like Reason, Juice, BLG, and a few others out there kind of have their backs to the wall, and they know they have to step up, practice, maybe do some theory crafting, and respond to how you guys played on Sunday. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. I truly do. Well, like I said, I'm out of fun stuff to say. Mr. Tucker, do you have any closing words or comments or questions, I guess, for that matter?
Yeah, sure. One last question. Since we're here, let's help Hi-Rez. What can they do to make the game better? I mean, I'm sure this will get watched. So, what do they need to do to make it more competitive for you?
Get back in line here, I think. Young Bay, any comments on that first?
I think definitely what they need to do is like add some sort of pause function in the game. So, like we saw in the finals, because we had trouble from both sides. Like if there was a pause function, then we could like easily wait it out. But because that wasn't, it made it like kind of really difficult. And like, yeah, some people got like really frustrated about it because yeah, it's just stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a great idea. Spoo?
There's one thing that has annoyed me ever since I started this game, and it's the ability hotkeys. I just don't understand why you can't switch them around so that... Because I never buy beads first, usually, and the only reason for that is because my main binding for beads is my R key. So I clearly can't buy beads first, otherwise I'm just going to misclick it the whole game. So if we could move the abilities around so I could actually buy beads first, I would be really, really happy.
I think I remember in a prior podcast, Beyond the Rift, they said it's something they were going to implement before retail. It's just something they haven't gotten around to, if I remember correctly. Lasis?
Oh, okay. Well, first off, I think Hi-Rez is doing badass, man. There's never been a company I've been more happy with. I say it every day, outside of EQ back in '99. Something to help promote the game. Make it, I see a lot of people saying listen to their community, which I don't disagree. Obviously, you got to listen to the community, or the game's going to go poo-poo. But however, there are people with their biased opinions, and then there are some of those people who just say so much silly stuff, and they think they're right. And there's like that group of people who think the game should be one way, and then other people who think it should be another way. I don't know. It's a little silly, but I was going somewhere with this, and then I got a text, and I forgot. There was a point. Hold on, 2 seconds. Hold on. Crap!
If I did Jeopardy music, I'd probably play it. All right, Zappas, what do you think, man? Can you help Hi-Rez out with a comment?
Memory loss.
Maybe a couple more range AD gods, because he'll pick up and hurt Cupid. That's pretty much it for the range AD gods. Finish up spectator mode. Everybody looks pretty awesome right now, and other than that, just keep doing what they're doing.
I got you. Well said. I guess if I could ask them to implement anything, we just got spec mode, which is pretty cool. Like they have some tweaking they have to do with that, but I really want to see replays sometime soon. Being able to replay games and maybe critique games is going to help both the teams and the competitive sides, the casters, to get more media content out there. And just maybe young players, new players as a whole, maybe pick up a few things and try and figure out where they were going. So replay mode replays would be the next thing on my list. Drew, did you ever figure out where you were going with that?
No, but I can add to the replays thing. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway because it's awesome. I remember Wolfie and I were talking with the Duke the other day, and we actually asked about replays because Wolfie did mention it. Like, yeah, that'd be kind of cool. And I'm like, yeah, that would be neat. Anyway, I guess they said it's not necessarily in their budget, quote unquote, because they patch so often, having replays with a company that, with a game that's just starting off, they just can't afford it to basically yet. And then everybody's like, well, it's so easy to do, etc. But I guess it changes every time with the patch you mentioned, and it costs more money. You have to reprogram some crap. And so all the replays would be nice. It doesn't look like it's going to be happening for a very long while, and if ever.
Gotcha. Makes sense. All right, cool. That's good feedback there. Does anybody else have anything else to add?
I have one more thing.
Yeah, they can. Go ahead, sir.
I would love if they could find a way to scale mobs, Minotaur, Phoenixes, Towers, or whatever, to make it a lot harder late game, because the Fire Giant dies in 1 second if you have an Odin on your team at the 30-minute mark, and stuff like that.
So do you want just like the objective creeps, like the Minotaur and the Gold Fury, to scale, or are you talking like all the neutral camps to scale?
I'm not sure. Like, that's up to Hi-Res, but I think some of them should really scale, especially Minotaur, Fire Giant, Gold Fury.
Oh, cool. No, that makes sense. I like that.
I gotta agree, man, because as much as I don't despise the game, it's a different type basically. Fucking dog. The League of Legends, they have it good, man. They have everything scaled: dragon, lizard buff, all the little miniature creeps and everything. It's awesome. So I think that'd be a very good addition too. It's really silly that you can down a fire giant in about 2 seconds, as Spoo said, especially with Node.
Zap, you had something to add as well, dude?
Yeah, just some like aesthetic changes to what you can do when you're not in game, like view other players' profiles, statistics, stuff like that. A couple of those little additions. Also, being able to see your elo without having to be in game would definitely be a bonus. So just a couple of those things there that'll make it more aesthetically pleasing and just beneficial for everyone.
Cool, man. And again, just a reminder to some of the viewers as well. Oh, what's that, Drew?
Sorry, Shing, in chat, he mentioned it too. Those wards, holy poop. I mean, I don't even have to say much except that range is dumb.
Like dumb large, dumb small.
It's dumb large. I mean, you could place over a wall without any, negative effect. It's like, hold on. Shing's very knowledgeable, man. I'd love to see what he said anyway.
You think maybe reduce the range of the wards by maybe 25% or something?
But how they function. So you mentioned that a long time too. On the pass was at least by half. We're making it half of what it is now. But Duke mentioned this a long time ago, and I remember one of the interviews is the guy who's doing the wards of the program, whatever, is new. And when he was told to make wards reveal other wards, he didn't realize to take off the revealing after the wards died.
Wow.
So that's the issue now. They are going to fix it. That was mentioned. But I don't know why they haven't fixed it yet, obviously.
Way to call somebody out, man. Way to throw somebody under the bus from Hi-Res, dude.
I'm just giving information that was requested or possibly known.
I'm just giving you crap, dude. Very nice. No, I like that. I like the ward ideas too, because wards are so essential to a high-level competitive MOBA game. Smite, obviously we're talking about it, so definitely something that I would like to see fixed as well. Anything else from anybody else for anything, actually?
No, I think we're good.
Awesome. Well, on behalf of the WOGL staff, Mr. Tucker, Jessica, Tyrone, Steven, thank you guys very much for asking me on to help you take care of this little panel we've got going on for a Q&A. The players, Young Bay, Spoo, Lassie, Zappos, thank you guys very much for joining us. Your feedback is welcome. You've all earned my respect over time, and you'll continue to help it grow, I'm sure, as you help the game grow. And thank you all the viewers for coming out and checking out this fun little panel. I hope we can do it again soon. And thank you guys all very much. Love, peace, and chicken grease. We're out.
Thank you all
guys.
so much, guys.
See you guys.
Thank you, WOGL.